The President of Burundi, Piere Nkurunziza, has condemned the killing of a senior army officer who was shot along with his wife and bodyguard. The officer's child was also wounded in the attack in the Central African nation's escalating wave of violence. It's been more than a year since fighting broke out in Burundi. Fidelis Mba takes a look at those trying to escape.
New arrivals at a refugee camp in Tanzania. They are among hundreds of people crossing the border every day to escape fighting in Burundi. Other refugees have fled to Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. They have bitter memories of the conflict back home.
It was noon and the children came back from school. They found us at home. I went to the kitchen to look for food to feed the children. And a few minutes later, soldiers arrived and circled the field and came and killed my children and killed my husband.
They put people in jail, and at night they would take some out and kill them. They tied my arms, tied them behind my back, and cut chunks of flesh out.
Since Burundi's political crisis began last year, more than 400 people have been killed. 3,400 have been arrested, and more than 230,000 people have fled their homes. UN officials have been doing what they can to accommodate those displaced.
We need to pay attention to the hardship that the refugees are having in the camps in Tanzania. We cannot fail this caseload.
Back in Burundi, the violence is continuing. The recent killing of a top military advisor and his wife has further heightened tension. There are fears the country is gradually sliding into another civil war, prompting the International Criminal Court to step in.
My office has reviewed communications and reports about killings, imprisonment, torture, rape, and other forms of sexual violence, as well as cases of enforced disappearances. I have decided to open a preliminary examination into the situation in Burundi since April of 2015.
President Piere Nkurunziza has resisted plans by the African Union to deploy troops to improve security as the fighting with his opponents becomes increasingly violent. Fidelis Mba, TLT World.